Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. Judge Judy Slayer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I have no other major projects going on for FS19. So I'm like 2 factories ahead on the prairie map, and we're like 3 factories ahead for Ritchieville, Ritchie's Hollow, Ritchie's Islands maps. So I took the 16x map that we started that was almost done that I needed to completely trash. And I spent the day pretty much just, let me get my 16x script on. So I spent the day pretty much just completely flattening it to completely start it over. So we're going to rename it, instead of Ritchie Valley, we're going to name it Ritchie Lake Valley. So we're going to have a massive lake in the middle, and we're going to put our town around the lake. And then we'll build from the center of the lake out. And then eventually we'll end up on top of the mountain, and the mountain's going to surround the map, looking down into the valley. So we will figure it out as we go, but I wanted to start today with just getting some of the basic. You're going to see a whole bunch of stuff floating. Just ignore all of that. So what I wanted to do today is come in here and get somewhat of a road system started. And so I didn't get myself turned around in the editor. I've got a big N on the map, so I know that's the north end of the map until we start rebuilding. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to get the road system started. So I left the old waterfall in here. I may reuse it, so you're going to see a bunch of, like I said, a bunch of just weird stuff floating around all over the map. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to I'm going to have to slow my speed down too. Let me slow my speed down. And then I can probably slow it down even more. So I'm going to, where are we? Railroad bridges, railroad crossings. I think I want to go under places. Yeah, let's go under places. Let's create a new transform group. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. I'm just going to make a few spares. We're going to be using a ton of them. We're going to call this one roads, or road system. I'm going to start a brand new road system. And I think I'm going to stick wherever we decide to put the first piece of road is where I'm going to stick my, let's just go here for now. Stick our transform group. And then let's go file, import. Let's bring in one of the road sections, one of the 100-meter straights. And make sure we're all like at the right size and all that. All right. I'm going to keep my clip distance. I'm going to bring it up a little bit because I don't like when you zoom out the entire road disappears. So I'm going to check my clip distances as we go. We should be all right. So let's get this one going to -90. Now, how far away from the lake do I want the first section of road? I want enough to put like a business there, but not too far away where I'm gonna have a lot of space to kill. Now I can always bring the lake in and out too if we need to. So I think we're actually going to start here, work our way around. And I'm going to need to put an X junction in here at some point, because I want to figure out where we're going to transition up to the upper slope. So I don't know if I want to come out here, put an X junction somewhere in here, and then just continue up to the upper level. Or if I want to just make one road from the center of the map going northeast, south, and west. But a 16x map, that's a lot of driving, so we may go with like two upslopes on each side of the map, and I'll probably on the outer mountain, I'll probably just have one road around outer mountain. And then we're going to need a T-junction coming off so we can go down into a harbor. So I'm going to leave that one road section there for now. We're going to bring another one in a minute. I want to come over to here. We're going to grab this one. We're going to call it Harbor. And Harbor, we're going to set up our fishing area. So I'm going to bring in just one harbor section for now. Let's go with the straight piece. Throw it in here. I'm going to take my harbor. I'm going to throw my transform group here. Now let's throw this piece here. Now we'll see where we're going to end up at. We're going to have to adjust the height of the water at some point. So I'm going to end up bringing the water, probably the water level up a little bit. And let me go down on my speed some more. So what I want to do is I want to put a harbor. With probably, you know what? I'm probably going to dig this down a little bit. We'll lower the land instead of. We'll have a road coming down into it, I think. So put harbor on one end of the lake. Maybe the north end of the lake will have a harbor. The south end of the lake will have a harbor. And we'll put one fishing boat here, or maybe two fishing boats there and two fishing boats on the north side of the map. So I haven't just determined the height of the water yet either. So if we bring this down into the water, let me leave it here for now. Let me get let's go file import. I'm going to bring in two more road sections. I want to go with a slope. Let me bring in a slope down. We'll throw one here. So let's go zero that out so it's square. Oh, come on. So that'll come down like into the harbor. But I may have to drop this down even a little bit further. And we may have to drop the water level down a little bit further. Where's my water level at now? So my water level is just above zero. So I may have to raise the land up a little bit more. Let's get it. That's a down. So let me get an upslope in there first. take our downslope. We match it up with our upslope. How far down does my land need to be? See if we can't get this lined up. I'm not saying it's going to stay here. Let's see if we can get this lined up. Actually, it's pretty close. See if we can't make sure there's no gap in here. Yeah, we do have a little bit of a gap. Let me get this gap out of the road. Well, there's not much of one, I tell you that, but there is a tiny gap there. I need to get my camera at the right angle. There we go. Let me bring this down a little bit, or up a little bit. Until I get these two sections of road pretty lined up. Oh, come on. So you're at 121.65, 121.65. That should line up. No, still don't line up my stripes. It's a little bit better. No, still a little bit of a gap. So you got to come up a little bit more. How do we look on the end? Do they look pretty even? Actually, no, because they're not lined up properly. There's still a gap there. So you've got to come down. Bring you back up a little bit. So we get the first one lined up. The second one gets a little bit easier. Right, now you've got to come up a little bit. That may be a little bit closer. No, still down a little bit low. So if we go 8. Let's go 05. Yeah, I think that's going to be much better. Still overlapping a bit, but I think we're all right. Farm Chick 63, good evening. I'm not going to be on long. I just wanted to jump on for a little bit. I completely scrapped the 16x map we started. And I want to see. So let me zoom out here a little bit. So we're going to go with Instead of Ritchie Valley, I'm going to call it Ritchie Lake Valley. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a huge lake in the center. We'll have a fishing dock on this side. We'll use the same fishing boat as the prairie map. So we'll get rid of so no boat like Ritchieville or Ritchie's Hollow. So we'll do like the fishing from the prairie maps. We'll put one dock here on the south side, one dock on the north side, like 2 fishing boats there, 2 fishing boats here, and then no center mountain, no waterfall. And then we'll have a valley running around the outside of the map. So I decided to call it Lake Valley instead. And I'm just trying to figure out where I want to start the roads and how far up the dock needs to be. Because that'll determine how we build the rest of the maps. We're going to build the rest of the map around the lake. So our port will end up at this height. So if our port ends up at this height, let's bring that back so it's, let me take my speed back down. Yeah, there was so much wasted space on that other 16x map, it was pathetic. So we're going to have, this will give us a chance to put in just some massive fields for a 16x map. Alright, so I'm thinking we're going to put so you're going to come down to our dock at this level. So what height are you going to be? Let's see what height, let's figure out my height now. So let's grab our circle. What height did you come in at? 70. Let me go to replace. Now if we bring our land, I'm on replace. Alright, 70 ain't gonna work. Let's go up to 80. Well, 80 is going to be too high. Let's go back to 70. Okay, why are you not going to cooperate? 75. No, okay, so 72. Getting there. A little bit higher. So if we go to 72, let's go 73. Too much. So we go back to 72.5. No, a little bit too much. 0.4. Getting there. 0.3. 0.2. 0.2 is going to be just a hair. Maybe. Maybe I can drop that. I can bring that harbor wall up just a hair. Let's see how the road lines up. Nope, still a gap. So we got to come up a little bit further. So if we go 72.2. Still a little bit of a gap there. So we go 72.4. That lines up with our road. I can live with that. And then what I can do is let me just get a little spot done. So if we go across here at this height, I'm and we'll bring it up higher for the road, but this will get me started. So if we go there, then I can pull this harbor wall up a hair. Now if I pull it out a hair, then we can put our concrete. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let me take that back a minute. And then let's see if I can't. Yeah, we'll bring it up. Let me bring it up just a hair. So it is just out of the ground. Yeah, and this is probably where our harbor wall. We'll have to bring it out a little bit further so we have room to put buildings and stuff in. But this will get us down to this height. So oh, come on. That'll get us down, all right, to this height. And then we'll have, yeah, a little bit of room. So you'll be there. Yeah, then we'll have to figure out the height of the water compared to the height of our fishing boat. And then I think this, let's see. Oh crap, this road section's floating, so I'm going to have to readjust everything. If this road wasn't, no, well maybe, let me get another road butted up to it and see what happens. See if that gap goes away. Let me grab this guy. Let's spin him this way a minute. I'll see if I can get rid of that gap. If that gap closes, then if the gap doesn't close, I'll have to readjust everything. Okay, this road is even a little high, I think. Oh no, I think that closes that gap in. Yeah, no, we'll be fine. So this will be the height of our road. Now we're going to have to transition down. We'll have to figure out how big our harbor is going to be, and then we'll have to transition down. So we'll probably do like a bait house on one end, boat repair, and then fish processing plant. Either end's going to get a fish processing plant. Not sure which one yet. So today's more about just figuring out what heights we want to do where. All right, let me grab a clean page in my notebook. If I don't make notes for myself now, I'm going to be completely screwed tomorrow. All right, so the height right now, my land height up here right now is 80. I'm going to call that the valley, and that is going to be 80. Right now I have my mountain at 150, but that's going to probably change once we get the road system in. And then my harbor land height, it has to be 72.24. So my roads line up. Alright, so that gets me started. Now we're going to have to, let's do this. So now I know what my height is, 72.24. Let's go to 75. And then we'll go to 77. Actually, let me just make that a little bit bigger. So our first one was 72.24. And that's where, oh, crap. Why did that not? Did I not write that down right? So I thought I could have swear that was 72.24. I scared myself there for a minute. Let's try that again. So you're going to be, yeah, 72.24. Let's just rough this in. We'll figure out what to do with the extra space. So let's take that right to the end. And that'll be our first dock height. And then, what did I go? Let's go to 75. And we'll angle this back and blend it in. I'll fix that flickering in a minute. So we go 77. To go up a little bit higher. There we go, 77. And we'll go back to 80. We'll bury this in. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. All right. So now we go, we'll work our way down. So let me go to subtract. Let me take my strength down. And we'll find this road. Rough it in. And we'll come back and we'll fix the edges. And we'll blend it back. And once I find the bottom edge, then we'll go back to 72.24. And we'll get this height back in. Alright, now we'll add a little bit in here. Alright, now we're going to really take our time and blend it out. Oh, let me get a little bit more under there. I don't think that height is not quite right. It's going to leave me a little bit of a gap on the bottom yet. Alright, hold on. Let's go 72.25. 6. I don't want a gap there. Yeah, still got a bit of a gap. So let's go 2, 8. Yeah, that's going to be much better. All right. So we go 72.28. That'll work. So now let's bring my strength down even a little bit further. And let's blend the rest of this back. Take this cliff back a little bit. And this will be our road transition coming down to the dock height. Alright, that's nice smooth transition coming down into the docks. So let's blend this back in a little bit. So if we go back to, 80, we can pull this back to one height. And we'll transition it down. And then we'll do the same thing on this end. Transition it down. I haven't decided what colors I want to go with for the mountains yet. Now, is that going to leave me enough room to put some buildings down here? Won't know until we go in game. May have to pull, which is fine because I can pull the whole lake. We don't want the lake like too big, taking up too much space either. Let's take this guy, let's slide him out. Because he'll run pretty much the length of this. And we could pull, if we need more room, we could pull this out. Now I think, let's get a little bit of color in here and let's see what we want to go with. Let me go to, what color is the mountain rocks? I think the mountain rock's going to be like the gray. So let's throw the mountain rock gray on this side. And then on this side, I want to throw in, is it the cliff rock? No, I don't want the mountain rock, I wanted the cliff rock. So I wanted the cliff rock on this side. We'll see, and then there's a tan color that the islands map is built on. I think it's the dusty rock. I think I may go with the dusty rock color. Yeah, I think we may go with the dusty rock color for the mountains instead of the mountain rock. We'll see. And then for now, let me grab our career start point. I'm gonna throw it here so we don't spawn in the middle of the lake. So right now I was spawning in the middle of the lake. So we'll throw that there for now. Let's do a quick save. Bad Touch, howdy guys and gals, Matt K, hey old man, love your YouTube videos, thank you so much. So what is your idea for this map? Is it going to be a mix of all your previous maps? Pretty much. This is saving right now, so I can't really show you, but we're going to jump in game here really quick, and then I'll explain to you my concept for this map. Alright, I want to see something in game before I go too much further. And then once we come back into the editor, I'll explain a little bit better. I have to change this picture yet, because this picture doesn't go with the theme of the map yet. But we're calling it Lake Valley instead of Ritchie's Valley. So the concept is a big lake in the middle of the map with a valley, and then the outer edge of the map is going to be all mountains. So it'll be a mountain all the way around the edge of the map with a valley and then a big lake in the center. Let me grab a little bit of speed. I'm trying to figure out if we want to go with the gray mountain color for the mountains, or if we want to go with the tan mountain color, like the islands map for the mountains. Ignore all the other floating bits and bobs. Right now I'm just trying to get a feel for where I want the lake. Let me grab store delivery mod. See if we have enough room to get a truck down here before we go any further. Where's my big truck? Alright, let me just hook this up real quick. Yeah, you're going to see all kind of floating stuff and extra waterfalls and roads and all kind of stuff. So ignore everything that you see. All right, come on, let me zoom my camera out as far as I can. All right, so if this is going to be our road, right now I'm just trying to figure out the height of the valley versus the height of the lake and the height of the mountain. That usually takes me almost a full day to get all the heights right, and then we'll build off of there. So the concept is, on the south side of the map and on the north side of the map, we're going to have one road coming down into a fishing dock area. Yeah, I'm going to need more room down here. So I'll have like a fishing dock. All of our fishing boats, our fish processing will be like down in this area here. And then we'll transition up to this height, and this is going to be the height of the valley part of the map. And then I got to figure out where I want to put some roads going up to, Lord only knows what's floating back here. I like the darker gray for the mountains. I'm not sure what color I want to go with yet. And then we'll figure out what height we're going to transition to go up to the upper level, to the outer mountain. Right now it's just roughed in. So at some point we'll have a transition going up to the outer mountain. Right now it's just a straight wall, because I would just rough the land in really quick. Let me get back to my lake. Um, Not sure what's going into this map and what's not going into this map yet. Right now I'm just trying to figure out a basic layout and what theme I want the map to be. So right now I'm just trying to figure out the height of the lake versus the height of the dock versus the height of the valley versus the height of the mountain. And then after we get that figured out, then we can figure out what's going in the map and what's not going in the map. Alright, so I know right now this dock's going to have to come out a lot further so I can get some buildings and stuff in here. So let's make a couple more slight changes. You spent so much time on that other theme. Yeah, there was a huge problem with that map. No matter where I was on the map, and as soon as you turned around to face Center Mountain, the FPS dropped to 20. So everywhere on the map we were only getting like 20 to 25 FPS because the mountains were too tall. The mountains were too close to the sun, and it was Giant's engine was just giving it a really hard time. And you can't adjust the position of the sun. It's a fixed position. So the top of my mountains and all my buildings were messing with the sun. And that's the reason why I was only getting like 20 FPS on the entire map. But there was a lot of wasted space. And I actually liked the new fishing boat. What the heck is out here? Some random flowers. Let's get rid of those while I see them. Alright. So we're going to need more room. So let's pull our dock out further. So I need room for fishing boat, and we're going to do earthworms on this map as well. So fishing boat, earthworm storage, and then our fishing boats, the little repair dock so we can repair the boat, and then fish processing, and whatever other little buildings we want to put down here. So if I go back to replace, and I go back to 72.24, I can pull this back out. We can pull this back out, and we can blend it back if we need to. Blend this back in. I'm half tempted to make a dirt road at this height all the way around the lake. I'm not sure yet. But this will get us enough room for, I think, fish processing and everything else we have to do down here now. Let's go back. Let me just get this down. And we'll jump back in game real quick. Slaughter 5709 just subscribed with Prime for 2 months. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. So thank you for taking time out of your day, stopping in and saying hello. So do we have a little bit of flickering land height? We do. So I know the dock's going to have to come out a little bit further. That's fine. Let's save this. So basically, before I save this and jump out of here, let me just zoom out and I'll show you the concept I have planned for this map. So basically what I want to do is I want to do a big lake in the center. We'll do the south side of the map will have a fishing dock and couple fishing boats. And then over here on the north side of the map, on the north side of the lake, we'll do like another fishing dock. We'll mirror this on the other side of the lake. So it'll be like 4 fishing boats in the lake. And we'll have like 6 or 8, maybe even 10 different fishing spots in the lake. And then this part of the map will be like the valley part of the map. And then we'll have an outer mountain that's going to run all the way across the outer portions of the map. That's the theme so far. Ignore all the other floating bits and the waterfall and all that. I haven't had a chance to get rid of all that yet. And then what I want to do is once I get, and I may even make this lake a little bit smaller. So this lake may end up being a little bit smaller, but what I want to do is come off the main lake. Let me make some adjustments here. Let me go to 70 for now. So now what I want to do is I want to come off of the main lake. Take my strength up. So I want to come off the main lake with like an inlet, something like this. And we'll work our way back. And we'll make this a little bit wider. We'll get and then somewhere off of the inlet, I want to do some more secondary lakes, but a lot smaller. So we'll have the main lake, we'll have like an inlet or like a river or a channel coming off the main lake, and then we may do like a second lake on this corner with more fishing spots in it. And then I may bring, another lake over maybe this corner over here with another channel coming into the main lake. So I want a couple of small lakes coming off of the big lake. And did I lose my stream? I did not. My phone is buffering though, which means I usually, after my phone buffers, I usually lose my stream. So that's a thought I've had. I'm not sure exactly how I want to work it in. Maybe we'll like snake a river around. So if I undo that, so the theme is maybe snake in, a river around over this way, and then put in another smaller lake, here for fishing. So it's not like a straight run back to that lake. So something like this. And then what we could do is where this mountain is going to end up coming out, we could run the mountain out right to the edge of the lake, and I could put a waterfall coming down from this mountain into the bottom lake, and then we could put a small lake on top of the waterfall. So probably something similar to this, maybe a little bit smaller in scale, is what I had in mind. But I got to figure out what kind of bridges I'm going to use to allow the fishing boat to drive through here, and then but still have the traffic go up and over the fishing boat. So something like that. And let me just keep an eye on this. Yeah, let me reset my phone. My phone is just completely buffering. Bear with me 1 second. Usually when my phone starts buffering, I'll lose my stream. So let me just reset Twitch on my phone. It's just the only way I can see chat. And hi. Let's do a quick, let me come back over here. Like I said, the center lake may be a little bit too big. Well, that's what I'm trying to determine today, is get just some of the basic heights figured out. So let's save this. We're going to jump back in game and take a peek at it. I'm not going to stream long. I need to be out of here for dinner in about 45 minutes. And I may make a little bit sharper transition from this area to the valley area. I'm not sure yet. But let's jump back in here and see what that looks like, if that looks any better. So I'll find a new picture, something like with a Lake Valley theme. But I really love the fishing concept from the prairie map. We're definitely going to work that fishing boat into this map. Grab a little bit of speed. Let me come up here. Let me grab another trailer and see if that's going to be enough room to work. It doesn't matter. We can grab the pallet trailer. Let me get the bigger truck. Because right now my vehicle shop is floating up in the air, hovering over the lake. So if we come down here with a pallet of earthworms, want enough room to come down and then dump them into like a warehouse here. And then let's say down this way you'll have your fish processing plant. So we'll be able to pick our goods up from fish processing, drop off ice cubes or whatever we need to do. So I want enough room on this level yeah, I think that's going to be enough distance now. And then we'll come up here, and then somewhere about here we'll tee off and we'll have a road running around the lake. I don't want the road too far from the lake because I want to put some businesses and buildings and houses between the road and the lake. But I don't want this lake to be too massive either, where it takes up too much map space. And then let's get a feel for this, our secondary lake. We know what, where the height of our land is and the height of our water is. I may not need a big bridge. We get a flat bridge going across here, the fishing boat may go under that bridge. This will be for, right now this will be for 19. I'm not putting any grass on it and I'm not putting any trees on it. I don't know if I'm going to mod for 22 yet, to be honest with y'all. That will not be determined until 22 comes out. And I see what Giants did to us with the new editor and the new textures and everything you have to build into the map for seasons. And then there's a new soft. All the factories will not be running on the global company scripts. It'll be Giants has their own new script for the factories. So right now, 22 is in yet to be determined. I'm not convinced I'm buying 22. I don't see anything I like about 22 so far. And what I've heard and what I've seen through the grapevine and what I've heard and seen talking to somebody I know that works for a global company, it's going to be nearly impossible to convert any maps and mods from 19 to 22. Yeah, I think we're going to go with not, this exact layout, but something close to it for some secondary lakes. I just don't want to make sure I'm not taking up too much map space with all the lakes in the valley. Wayner 1A7 and Hailed Man and everyone enjoyed your recent Ritchieville YouTube vid. Well, thank you very much. I actually recorded, edited, and rendered episode 4 today, so I'm a couple episodes ahead. So the plan is, I wanted to do 2 videos a day, a farm sim video and then a random game. But I have no problems with time recording, editing, and rendering. That's not the issue. The issue I have is my upload speed is so slow that it takes me 2.5 hours to upload a 45-minute video to YouTube. So I don't have time. I know I can set them off and go to sleep, but then my computer's running all night. So I don't want to have the computer, I don't want to work on the computer all day long and then leave it on to upload videos all night long. So it'll literally take me like 5 hours to upload 2 videos. So for now, I'm going to go with just 1 video a day. So farm sim will be every other day. So I'll go farm sim, then a random game, then farm sim, then a random game. So that's the plan so far. Alright, yeah, I think we're going to go with this height. And we'll put our fishing boat down at this height. I just got to figure out how big of an area I want for the earthworm storage, the dock for our fishing boat, and then fish processing's got to be down on this level. And then I may take some of this land away and make it more water. Not sure yet. Alright, let's get out of here. I agree with you about FS22. Not really impressed yet. And it's pretty pricey for an expansion. And DLCs. I think it's $50 on Steam pre-order. That's just the base game. That's without any DLCs. It's pretty much polished 19 on a new engine with seasons built in is pretty much what I've seen so far. There's plenty of production maps, so Giants is boasting about, hey, we're doing production, but you know what? There's so many production maps out that they're about 5 years behind the times on production. Alright, so let's figure out where our harbor is going to be. Like I said, I'm going to build this pretty much from the center out. We'll probably end up pulling the fishing right out of the prairie map. So I wasn't expecting to get much progress done today. I was pretty much just trying to figure out the height of the land versus the height of the water versus the height of the valley. We still have to determine, I got to bring the fishing boat into the map before I can determine the height of the water and then the height of the land under the water. So that height has to be determined yet. Debating whether I want to run this straight across or come out a little bit and then angle it back. Angle it back. Let me bring in, let's go File, Import. Where am I? New Buildings. Let me bring in this guy. Throw him here for now. So he's just my square end. And then I have this bend. So what I could do is I can put this bend on here and then run it back that way as soon as I figure out how wide I want it. So somewhere about here, and then we can just run it straight back and then end it into the mountain. So let me get a couple more sections of the straight one on. Almost to where that is now. Yeah, and let me grab this section here. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. 8798 US year one. The thing only that I might maybe consider is the major improvements on the global company interface. Yeah, it's actually not the global company script, it's a new script. From what I understand, it's a new script. Alright, let's get this height and everything right. Let me go down on my speed. Yeah, you're still a little high, so you've got to come down. So what height is my A? 7.773. 773. Okay, that gets me at the right height. Yeah, so to be, like I said, to be completely honest with y'all, at this point I'm leaning towards no for 22, but I can't give you a definitive no yet. Alright, so I've turned you, I think, to a 55, I think is my angle. Nope, 45. Alright, 45. And let's get you lined back up. So I wish I had a better answer for y'all for... I won't know until 22 comes out and I see what the engine looks like. Where did I put my... Crap, it's all the way out there. Oh well, I'm not moving it now. And then we'll run this right into our tiny mountain going up to that level. And we can delete the edge one if we don't need it. And now let me go back to, let's go back to replace. Then let's pull this back. Something like that. On this side, and then we'll see where we're going to go on this side. That's going to give us plenty of room for a couple of fishing boats, a couple docks, a couple fishing boats, boat repair, fish bait warehouse, or earthworm warehouse, and then I need a place for fish processing. So let's bring this end out. Yeah, I think Giants is going to price them out of a couple of... Definitely they're going to price themselves out on some sales. So let's run back. Let me just catch back up on chat. I'll probably get it once some modded maps come out and it's on sale. Yeah, I may do the same thing. Maybe it's just me, but I really like the scripts that those Russian guys did with... Yeah, that's actually a better script than the Global Company script. I have all the other FS games, so I might as well add 22 to the collection. What was your first FS? Mine was 2011. Actually, my very first FS game was 17. I never got into the game until FS 17. And actually, I bought a Xbox One, and I bought I was flipping through all the available games, and I ran across, never played the game in my life, I ran across FS17, and I bought it for the Xbox One. And I fell in love with the game, and then I started watching a ton of YouTube videos. Actually, I think, do I want to come out? Yeah, I want to stay on this. I want to go straight here. So I ended up watching a bunch of YouTube videos, and then I learned that the console version sucked, and I needed a PC version. So I ended up getting a inexpensive, gaming laptop, and then after that, it was just everything went to PC from there. Let's get this guy lined up. Let's go back from here. Let's grab our straight guy. We'll angle him to 45. Get this guy lined up. Yeah, so pretty much I'm building the map. I'm going to build the rest of the map around Center Lake. So I've got to get Center Lake done first. And then the Center Lake will determine on how the rest of the map is going to go. How much more room do I want? So I may come out here and do another turn and come straight back instead of running it out at this angle. So we may change this end up a little bit. So what I may do is I may grab, yeah, let me see what that looks like. Let's grab this guy. Let's bring him over. Let's go to 0. And then let me get a little bit closer so I can line this up. And I got to keep an eye on the time because I have to get out of here to help her finish up dinner a little bit. So I won't be long on this today, but we'll definitely jump on this tomorrow. That's off by just a hair. Let me come. Close enough. Alright, now we'll grab another straight piece. And let's go to 0. And catch back up. Farm Chick I've been playing since 13. Wayne Earth since 13. Oh, sorry. My eyeballs are really bad today. THROSBI, thank you for stopping in. Welcome to the stream. Oh, come on. Give me this guy. Let's get this guy lined back up. Come in just a hair. Alright. Sorry about that, y'all. My sinuses have just absolutely been killing me these last few days. All right, let me grab a little bit of speed. Now let's fill this in. Oh, wrong way. I first need to fill that in. So that was 72.24. So let's get this filled in. And then we go back to, let me zoom in so I can see where my I'm going to have to pull this back. So let's go back to 70. And then let's pull this back so I don't get that flickering. Let's pull this back. Blend this lake back in somehow. But I think this is going to be very roughed in. The height of our dock on the south side of the map. Let me do another save. Old man, are you doing any better with the meds? No. I gotta come in to call my doctor this week. I'm still not sleeping. I got about 4 hours of sleep last night. I slept pretty much from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. I'm tired all day long, and then as soon as I lay down at night, I'm wide awake. And I think it's the cholesterol medication. Alright, so I have that saved. Let me jump into the prairie map. I want to go to, is it store? No. I need to figure out where the fishing boat is. Is it maps, placeables? No. Mods. The Hulk boat. Okay. Yeah, alright. Let me... So it's maps and then mods. So let me come over here. Ritchie's Valley. Maps. Oh, cool. Alright, so let's create a new folder. Mods. Let's come back over here. Let's zip this up. And we'll go copy, paste, and I can delete this one. We can unzip this one. Oh, I don't want to do that. Wanted to unzip it. So let's delete that. I'm going to make one slight change to this for now. I need to change this to true and true. Alright, now I need to go to mod description. I think it's mod description. Richie's Prairie mod description. Where is my boat? Right here. I'm going to copy this over to mod description for, was it under, so it's under store items. Okay, so it's under store items up here. Let's put the boat in this map. I think that's all I need. Hulk. Why are you in the 110? Okay, I don't need you in the 110. Alright, I think that gets it into the map. So let's go back into, before I jump back in game, let's go into the prairie map a minute. Bad Touch, thank you for asking, much appreciated. I bought some Zyrtec today, so I'm going to see how that is. I just took it at lunchtime. So I'm going to take Zyrtec for a couple of days and see if it helps with the sinuses. But yeah, unfortunately I only have about another 15 minutes. I'm going to have to get out of here. Alright, we're going to grab do I need, yeah, I'm going to grab all of this. Actually, I'm going to grab everything here. So this is going to be our fish pond. So let's go File, Export, New Buildings. This is going to be fish pond. Let me grab that. And let me grab fish processing, just so I can see if it fits in the other map. So let's go File, Export, Fish Processing. Let's grab this, and then I want to grab this fishing dock, if it's its own. Yes, it's its own transfer. So let's go File, Export, Platform. And that's all I need out of the map. Now I do need placeables. No. Placeables. Workshop. The old workshop. The old workshop I'm going to need so we could repair our boat. So let me go to Lake Valley, and then what's the order? Placeables. I already have a workshop in here. Okay, I already have the old workshop in here. Alright, so that's good. So I don't need to transfer it over. Let's jump in the game real quick. Jump into here. Oh, but that should make me sleepy, I'm hoping. Hoping the Zyrtec undoes what the cholesterol medication's doing. Alright, so I have my career start point just here for now, and this is just temporary. Let me come over here I know this is going to be ugly, but I need to jump in the water a minute. Let me go store delivery mod. I just got to figure out where it is. Alright, is it under cars? It is. Alright, now, what is the height of... Oh, the height of the water might be spot on. I may have to go a small adjustment on the height of the water. But the height of the water might be just about perfect. So we'll have some docks here where we can park our boat. Now I may raise the land up a little bit. That's sitting a little bit too low. So let's bring up the land, and then we'll bring up the water. So I don't want it down into the water quite that far. Or do I? I can, maybe I do. Hold on. Let's get a feel for... Let's get a feel for how high this is going to be. No, it's definitely too high. I'm going to have to bring up the bottom of the lake, and I'm going to have to bring up the water. That's going to be too high. But let's get a feel for what the second lake looks like in game. And we got to go see if this fishing boat's going to be throwing errors on the log. Yeah, this lake may be just a bit too big. It may make this lake a little bit smaller. The water level has to come up just a hair, I think. Yeah, the land is... I've got to bring the land up, I've got to bring the lake up. It's too low. Because what I'll do is we'll come back here and we'll put a couple more fishing spots back here. Yeah, we'll put a couple more like fishing spots back in here as well. So I like the secondary lake. Now, no, I don't have the fill types in the map. I was going to see if the if I could fill the boat, but I don't have the fill types in this map for the earthworms or the fish. Yeah, don't like the height of the land versus the water. You have sinus issues. Have you tried Claritin? Mrs. Dragons has bad sinus issues, and that's what she uses. I just bought some, I haven't tried Claritin. I just bought some Zyrtec today. I haven't taken it in probably 10 years. So I'll give it a couple days. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's make some slight adjustments. And then I got to keep an eye on the time. Yeah. All right, y'all. We'll pick it up here probably tomorrow. Because I got to help her finish dinner. Because it's like 6:15. Um, Actually, hold on. Let me throw y'all and be right back. Give me a minute. I'll see how if she needs any help. I'll be right back. Am I still? Oh my goodness! I've been talking to myself since I came back. Because I tripped over my cord and I actually yanked my headphone port right out of the back of the computer. But no, I'm sorry about that. She's good with dinner, so I've got a few more minutes. So what I was saying, muted, was I've got to get the height of the land and the height of the water adjusted for the boat. And sometimes that takes me a couple hours to get the land of the height versus the land of the boat and the land of the water all lined up so everything's working perfect. But I got about another 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to have to get out of here for the night. We'll definitely pick this up tomorrow. Talk to yourself all day. Yeah, when I took my headphones off to go see if she was okay with dinner, and I didn't realize the cord was wrapped around my foot, and it actually moved my tower and pulled the microphone, the USB cable right out of the back of my tower. Let's jump in here. Now we're not going to be able to drive through the entire lake because I don't have the entire lake height fixed, but we'll see if it's any better. Let me grab a little bit of speed. Let me jump back in the water. And we'll throw my store delivery mod here so the boat spawns into the water. Nope. Now the water is too high. So the water has to come down now. See how the boat looks against the dock. That's a much better height. Now I'm going to have to fix the water. So the water's going to have to come down. But I can't bring it down too much. Yeah, so I'll monkey around with this off of camera tomorrow. But let's see if we have our fill types working now. No, so the fill types are still messed up too. So I got to figure out what's wrong with the boat that I can't put earthworms or fish in it. Let me get out of here. We'll see if the log's throwing any errors. Let me go to the log real quick first. And see if I've got to have any errors with the boat. That may not be the correct boat. So there's no errors with the boat. Yeah, there is. Oh, no, boat's spawning in fine. Mods. Why is it not picking up my fish bait or earthworms? Alright, I'll probably get to figure out why the boat's not working off camera tomorrow. before I go live. Let me look at one thing real quick and we'll adjust the height of the water. Let's go back into the valley map, or the prairie map. Let me look at my vehicle XML. Yeah, it's maps, then mods, and then Hulk boat. So in here, you're the prairie map. Maps, mods, Hulk boat XML. So maps, mods. So Lake Valley, maps, mods. There's the Hulk boat. Maps, mods, models. Yeah, I don't know why the boat's not picking up the new fill types. So I have the XML for the new map. We have fishing. So we have the earthworm, we have the fish. We have the earthworm, we have the fish. Not sure why the boat won't recognize the new fill types. Oh well, that has me puzzled because I don't see anything wrong. Alright, so our water has to come down. So let's take our water down to 4. Let's save that. We'll check the new height of the boat, and then I'm going to get out of here for the night, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Well, that's saving. I'm going to go back into here. So that's the prairie map. There's my Hulk boat. Like I said, I'm completely confused on why it's not picking up the new fill types. And why it's not throwing any errors in the log by not picking up the new fill types. I'll go in and look at the rest of the XML files, make sure I didn't miss anything by transferring it from one map to the other. So let's jump back in here real quick. Jump back in the water. Grab the store delivery mod. So jump back in here. Nope, our water is still too high. So I gotta bring the water down some more. No, over here it's going to fall off. It's really going to sink because I only fixed the land part of the way out. Yes. So that's all right. Let's see if we can't lower this a little bit. Maximus 213. Hello. All right. Let's see if we can't lower this water a little bit more. Yeah, there was, I think the prairie map, it took me like 6 hours to get the height of the water correct. Let's go 3.9. Let's go 3.8. And let's save that. And then I got to make a decision on what mountain texture I want to use. I don't know if I want to use the gray mountain texture or if I want to use the tan mountain texture. Alright, let's see if that lines our boat up. Ignore this picture, it's getting changed. Let's do this again. So let's jump in here. Throw our store delivery mod in. Now, once I build the boats into the map, you're not going to be able to buy them in the store. And I think we got the height of the water right this time. Do I have any water in the boat? Okay, so now there's no water in the boat. Alright, so I think we have the height of the water right this time. Now I just got to get the height of the rest of the lake correct. I don't want to drive out too far because I don't want to sink the boat. So how is this going to work with the height of our fishing dock? Because I can step the fishing dock up a little bit to bring it up to the... Yeah, I can make this work. We're going to make this work for fishing. But I'm curious as to know why I can't fill the boat with my... Do I have... Did the worms come into... So I have the worms, so it's the new fill types are in the map. So I have the earthworms in the map, I have the fish in the map, but why can I not cheat it into the boat? I'm not getting... I'm gonna have to go through all the... Alright, let me get out of here. I'll figure it out off camera. But I do need to get out of here for dinner. I appreciate everybody stopping in. We'll definitely be streaming this map build tomorrow. And off camera, I'll try and figure out why the boat won't fill earthworms or fish. Chill Will 16X, man, that are you doing to me? I'll have to play it and never keep up. Lol. I am doing well, but unfortunately I need to get out of here for dinner. So I'm going to throw y'all an ending soon. We'll definitely pick it up here tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great night. I'm going to wait a minute for my phone to catch up to see if there's any other messages in chat. Chill Well says have a great dinner. Bad Touch, have a good night. Thanks everyone. I'll catch you all tomorrow.